Another music festival, another round of illegal drug overdoses, and then comes the inevitable calls for government-funded pill testing, quote, to save lives. But nowhere do we see law enforcement cracking down on the organisers of these music festivals, which are not music festivals, they're nothing more than drug festivals, let's be honest. And nowhere is there messaging that's needed to tell young people that taking drugs cooked up in a backyard lab by crime gangs and bikies is playing Russian roulette with your life. Mark Morey is the crime editor at the Daily Telegraph, and he joins me now for a closer look at this. Mark, thank you for your time. I mean, it's almost like the Australia Day, got to change the date thing. We get to every summer, these festivals come into town. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars off our young kids. We have these incidences, these overdoses all the time. But nowhere do I see these organisers being shut down. Do I see the police and backed by politicians stamping out this sort of behaviour?
No, that's right. It's, as you said, it's just every year we see it. You know, we've had 2 deaths at a music festival, people who'd attended recently. As you said, Melbourne, you had the horrendous, in a prospect of, I think, 8 or 9 people at one stage were all critical. Luckily, that figure improved. But what's happening is you see these people, if they're taking the drugs, and it's not just the drugs, it's then what happens at the music festival, which is spurred on by the promoters, and they're dehydrating. So with the combination of the drug, the pill testing's not going to tell them not to dehydrate. But, the pill testing will say, gee, yeah, you go and have a good time. And then what happens if you've taken a drug that all it's going to make you do is your behaviour becomes even higher risk of actually hurting yourself.
And look, you might have one pill that's tested, but you might then go on through the night. You've lost your inhibitions. You're already dosed up. You'll have something else that hasn't been tested, or you'll mix it with alcohol. I mean, why aren't we just sending a stronger message to young people? Don't do it. I mean, what sort of music festival is it that you have to be so high to even enjoy it?
I think maybe the billboards should be showing the deaths. I think there's been, I don't know how many deaths. I know at one stage we had 6 deaths in 18 months. A few years ago, which prompted, again, those calls for pill testing. Luckily, the Gladys Berejiklian at the time strongly rejected those appeals by the coroner and other people. And we also, again, we're having renewed push now amongst certain members of Parliament for pill testing. And hopefully the Minns government has said that they're not going to do it unless they have a drug summit, and they're definitely not going to do it this term. As you said, it just sends... It really, the drug dealers love it. They love the fact that, people, say that you can go to these festivals and drugs are going to be there. We've already basically decriminalised drug possession at music festivals, which I don't think is really helping the situation of what's going on at the festivals. Well, as you said, just go along. Why can't you just dance or listen to the music?